2018 Honda Civic. 2018 Honda Civic Review. One individual's favorite small cars, the Honda Civic impresses having its character, content and practicality. 4.5-star overall score. It's not easy to overstate just how much we like the 2018 Honda Civic. Equipped together with the turbocharged 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine, it's among the finest cars to use class for delivering both impressive acceleration and high fuel economy. Inside, it offers plenty of room for passengers, clever storage solutions plus more cargo space than most competitors in every body style. It also offers technology features that put a few other compact cars to shame and safety-s which are among the best. Available like a sedan, coupe or hatchback, the Civic features a version for each and every niche, and each of them are good. Want more sauce? There's the sportier Civic C, and also the absolutely bananas Civic Type R, just as impressive. Them sacrifices the qualities we like to about the conventional variants. The Civic is equipped with some weaknesses. The infotainment interface is way from easy and simple system to make use of, and also the available forward collision alert product is prone to overreaction. Also, though cargo volume is great, the sloping rear glass in the hatchback and deck from the sedan imply taller or bulkier items can sometimes be tough to fit. There are competitors with specific strengths which make them worth looking at. The Mazda 3 is engaging to push and, in higher trims, gives a near luxury cabin. The Subaru Impreza, which comes standard with all-wheel drive, as well as the value-packed Kia Forte, also merit consideration. Overall, though, the Civic wins the day, having its multitude of strengths. What's new? For 2018, Honda has tinkered using the availability of certain features. Overall, though, the Civic is unchanged. For mainstream Civic buyers, we feel the extra power and fuel economy from the turbocharged 1.5-liter engine ensure it is one with the Civic's best options. To that end, the XD sedan or X hatchback both include a touchscreen infotainment system with smartphone connectivity, a better sound system, dual-zone climate control, proximity entry with push-button start and Honda's lane watch camera. All of these improve day-to-day satisfaction. There's nothing wrong using the base LX, but we presume the upgrades are worth the amount of money. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Honda Civic is really a compact car offered being a sedan, coupe or hatchback. The sedan can be purchased in 6 different trim levels: LX, X, XT, XL, Touring and C. There are also 3 hatchback-specific trims: Sport, Sport Touring and Type R, and something coupe-specific trim, LXP. Note how the following trim level feature info primarily pertains to the sedan. The coupe and hatchback are similarly equipped but could vary slightly in some instances. Though it usually is the base trim, the common Civic LX sedan has a lot of equipment for the funds. Standard equipment highlights add a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine, 158 horsepower, 138 pounds-feet of torque, a 6-speed manual transmission, a continuously variable automatic transmission can also be available, 16-inch steel wheels, LED running lights, 60/40 split folding rear seat backs, automatic climate control and also a height-adjustable driver seat. Electronics features will include a 5-inch central computer screen, a rear-view camera, Bluetooth, plus a 4-speaker subwoofer with a USB port. Optional for almost every Civic could be the Honda Sensing Safety Package. It includes adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning and intervention, and forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking. In the Civic hatchback, the LX trim comes using the turbocharged 1.5-liter engine, 174 horsepower, 167 pounds-feet of torque. Even though the coupe-only LXP trim comes standard with all the 2.0-liter engine, the CVT automatic, a sunroof, keyless ignition and entry, and remote start. The hatchback-specific Sport comes with all the LX equipment including a more powerful version on the turbocharged engine, 180 horsepower, 177 pounds-feet of torque, 18-inch alloy wheels, fog lights, a center outlet dual exhaust, aerodynamic bodywork, a rear center armrest with cup holders, along with a leather-wrapped tire and shift knob. The X sedan builds off the bed's base LX, adding the CVT as standard along that has a sunroof, alloy wheels, heated side mirrors, a rear center armrest with cup holders, an 8-speaker stereo audio with dual USB ports, Honda's lane watch blind spot camera, dynamic guidelines to the rear view camera, keyless ignition and entry with remote start, along with a 7-inch touchscreen interface with satellite radio, Honda Link and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, including app-based navigation. Stepping around the XT sedan gets you the turbocharged 1.5-litre 4-cylinder engine. Thanks to impressive acceleration and big fuel economy numbers, the turbocharged 4-cylinder is plenty reason alone to obtain an XT Civic or higher if you're opting with the sedan. But the XT also adds 17-inch wheels, fog lights, dual-zone automatic climate control and heated front seats. For the coupe, the XT gets a better 10-speaker stereo audio. The X hatchback is outfitted similarly to the XT sedan, lacking exactly the sedan's heated front seats. Right near the top in the heap may be the XL sedan, which gets leather upholstery, a power-adjustable driver's seat with an auto-dimming rearview mirror. An integrated navigation strategy is available being an option. The hatchback-only Sport Touring essentially builds over regular sport trim and adds different 18-inch wheels, LED headlights, automatic wipers, a 4-way power passenger seat, heated rear seats and also a 12-speaker sound system. Also standard would be the Honda Sensing Safety Package. The Touring trim level, for your sedan and coupe, essentially comes while using same equipment as being the Sport Touring hatchback noted above, however the stereo has 10 speakers rather than 12. The C can be a mid-level performance version on the Civic that comes as being a coupe or sedan, both using a more powerful version on the turbocharged 1.5-litre 4-cylinder engine, 205 horsepower, 192 pound-feet of torque. A 6-speed manual would be the only transmission offered. Standard products are similar to what Honda dons the XT trim, however, you also get a sport-tuned suspension with adaptive dampers, bigger front brakes, a limited slip front differential, a distinctive rear spoiler, C-branded seats, a leather-wrapped tire, the 10-speaker stereo, as well as a unique instrument panel with faux carbon fiber surfaces. For detailed Civic C information and driving impressions, please watch our first Drive C review. At the top from the performance ladder with the Civic would be the hatchback-only Type R. It is suited much like the Sport Touring trim level, but it really gets a turbocharged 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 306 horsepower, 285 pounds-feet. Like the C, it is just available having a 6-speed manual transmission. Other additions include 20-inch wheels with high-performance tires, bigger front and back brakes, an immense rear wing, a Type R-specific suspension with adaptive dampers, and special interior and exterior styling enhancements. You can also learn more in regards to the new Type R in your first Drive Type R review. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically is available in multiple versions which might be fundamentally similar. The S with this review depend on our full test with the 2016 Honda Civic Touring Sedan, Turbo 1.5 liters inline-4, CVT automatic, FWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the present Honda Civic has brought some revisions, such as the introduction of performance-oriented trim levels and minor alterations in features. Our findings remain broadly applicable to the year's Honda Civic. Driving. The available to 1.5-litre Turbo 4 is unusual to use sound and power delivery to get a Honda engine, however it offers best-in-class power and fuel economy. It's worth the additional money. All around, the Civic's driving performance is top-notch, with strong brakes and accurate steering. Acceleration. The Civic feels strong after you roll on top of the gas to do a pass and quick at city speeds due to ample low-end power. The strong 1.5-litre turbocharged engine accelerates like few others from the class because it pulls seamlessly to cruising speed, with the outstanding 0 to 60 mph duration of 6.7 seconds. Braking. Whether it's really a casual suburban stop or heavy braking with a surprise red light, stops are sure and straight, having a firm pedal that's an easy task to modulate. In our emergency braking test, the Civic posted slightly much better than average stopping distances. Steering. Steering is precise, with consistent, natural feeling weighting. The variable ratio system combines supreme steadiness when cruising straight with quick reflexes in corners and tight handing over parking lots. Feedback with the thick-rimmed wheel is very good with the class. Handling. Body roll is controlled, and quick transitions are handled nicely, inspiring driver confidence. It feels playful, as there are lots of freedom and control for that driver. The well-tuned stability system doesn't quash the fun. For more enthusiastic driving, try the Civic Type R. Drivability. Honda's CVT simulates shifts under hard acceleration, however it is otherwise very smooth, eliminating shift shock and transmission indecisiveness as it never shifts inside the traditional sense. Throttle pedal action is smooth and predictable, along with the Civic is easy to operate a vehicle. Comfort. The Civic includes a lot on the Accord's strengths but also in a smaller package. The seats are happy and supportive without having to be too aggressive. The ride is smooth and controlled without having to be too cushy. Road noise and engine sound will never be far away, but neither will do to be distracting. Seat comfort. An available 8-way power driver seat supplies a huge range of motion, turning it into suitable for drivers of varying heights. There's a fantastic balance of give and support, and also the seats remain comfortable on longer drives. The back seat is comfy at the same time and doesn't think that an afterthought. Ride comfort. The Civic rides just like a bigger, more refined car. As in a German car, you sense road imperfections, but impacts are very well damped. Big undulations, especially mid-corner, are handled with impeccable control and betray not just one iota of float. The coupe feels fractionally firmer and sportier. Noise and vibration. The turbocharged engine includes a very un-Honda-like growl to it, plus the CVT leads to a light drone when excel. Otherwise, wind and road noise is held in check, progressively more noticeable over coarse surfaces. There are quieter choices, but this Civic improves the best value on previous generations. Climate control. The dual-zone automatic climate control does a great job of controlling the temperature with even coverage on the vents. You'll have to occasionally adjust the setting between sunny and cloudy conditions, but only by a few degrees. Full manual control requires interacting with all the touch screen. Interior. The Civic delivers a large, versatile cabin for both people along with their things, with good rear legroom and clever storage solutions. The easy-to-use interior control layout is marred by terrible touch-sensitive audio volume and tuning controls, as well as a poorly optimized touchscreen interface. Ease useful. Primary controls are very placed and won't have to have the driver to regulate how they're used. There are a great deal of functions your command, nevertheless the simple design ensures they are approachable. The lack of a volume knob is often a source of constant frustration. Getting in, getting out. Up front, the Civic offers easy accessibility through light doors with large openings. The rear doors open wide, making it simple to climb in. There is however more of a sloped roof than before, so keep in mind your head. Rear access inside coupe is the most suitable on the passenger side, featuring its foot-operated seat release. Driving position. The driver's seat is well proportioned for your average-sized driver. Anyone taller than 5'10" ought to compromise, because the tire might not telescope far back enough, along with the short cushions will leave thighs somewhat unsupported. Roominess. The Civic is spacious in advance, offering lots of headroom even with all the sunroof. In the back, a 6-foot-tall rear passenger can have sufficient legroom behind the like-heighted driver and can wish for more headroom. Visibility. There's good visibility out your front and side windows, thanks to some extent to front pillars who are not too thick. The sloping roof impinges about the rear three-quarter view, but large side mirrors, a rear view camera and Honda's lane watch camera consider the guesswork from almost all maneuvers. Quality. Construction is tight and solid in and out, so although there's a lot of plastic across the cabin, everything feels well built. On higher trims, numerous surfaces, especially major touch points, are covered in higher quality materials, which elevate the lining feel. Utility. We use words like clever and thoughtful to go into detail Honda's handling of cargo and private effects. Despite the rather small footprint, the Civic's trunk maximizes available cargo capacity. Interior pockets and bins are generous, along with a few extra touches earned bonus points. Small item storage. There are a good amount of clever pockets and trays to host your personal items. A cord management system keeps phone cables neatly saved, as there are a secondary USB port from the deep center armrest bin. Cargo space. The sedan's 15.1 cubic foot trunk is larger compared to those of most competitors, plus the low lift-over height results in easy loading and unloading. The hatchback offers 25.7 cubic feet behind the corner seats as well as a maximum of 46.2 cubic feet, however the sloping rear window can get inside the way of bulky cargo. Child safety seat accommodation. Latch anchors are marked within the rear seats, however it takes a little digging to gain access to them. The over-the-top anchor is clearly indicated behind those seats and easily accessed within plastic cover. The wide-opening rear doors make installation easier. Technology. Tech is one with the Civic's weaknesses. The infotainment technique is one from the more difficult to work with, and were it not for your inclusion of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, should it be a deal-breaker. Add the extra sensitive safety features and it's really clear Honda has some ground to produce up in this particular area. Audio and navigation. A great deal of functions are made into the infotainment system, nevertheless it's not the perfect or most responsive unit to work with. The lack of a volume knob and also the inclusion of capacitive buttons are significant drawbacks as well as the source of unnecessary distraction. Map graphics also look dated. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included as standard and gives familiar interfaces which can be better than Honda's. The texting function is especially helpful and greatly lessens the distraction factor. Occasional glitches between Honda's system and Apple CarPlay were noted. Driver aids. False alarms through the overly sensitive frontal collision system are typical and become tiresome rapidly. You can adjust the sensitivity, but even to use least intrusive mode it is still a problem. The lane watch blind spot camera is sometimes even more of a distraction compared to a help. Voice control. Honda's system requires more steps as well as a less natural speech pattern to work than some competing systems, even though it does provide an on-screen guide. We tended to depend on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto voice commands whenever you can. Long-term road test. To learn more around the Honda Civic with this generation, watch our updates at a full year of living having a 2016 Honda Civic Touring Sedan. We cover anything from seat comfort to real-world fuel economy.